This week we are focusing on a gene splicing practical effects horror film from the 80s, and we're going to find out if it's any good or not. And why have I never heard of it before? Well, I told you, it says right here, LABIA. Yes, and all women have them, even your mum, especially your mum. Oh, hello there. It's your boy Ray Fandango. Hello and welcome to Ray Fandango Talks Movies. Thank you all for coming back. Hope you haven't missed me. I know it's only been a week, but my God, I've missed you. Do you like movies? Well, you've come to the right place. Step on inside. Come on. Put your feet up, relax, while you watch your boy Ray Fandango dissect another lovely little 80s classic. Boo boo boo. Classic? Who knows? That's yet to be decided. I love movies. I love good ones. I love bad ones. I like old ones. I like new ones. I don't care. I'll watch them all. And then I'll come and talk to you about it for your viewing pleasure. Maybe, just maybe,
you might like it.
This week's movie was recommended by a subscriber, Mr. K. Sardinicus. Mr. K. Sardinicus. One of those I'm thinking is right. But shout out to you. Holla! Alright, enough dilly-dallying. Let's get into the movie. That's what we came to see, right? I know I did. Boo! Okay then, folks, so this week's film is, of course, the 1987 film The Kindred. Now, like I said, I'd never heard of this movie, but got recommended it by a fellow subscriber, and I thought I'd give it a watch. And what can I say, but this film is a little bit of a roller coaster. The story is a geneticist, a scientist who focuses on genes, alright? I'm not talking your Levi's, I'm talking the genes in your body. Takes his assistants to the home of his sadly departed mother, who has been focusing on gene splicing. He's been experimenting and making a human hybrid. When the geneticist and his assistants get to the house, they find this grotesque killer monster, and one by one they just start to get killed off. And they try to unravel the mystery of what the hell is going on in this house. Now, I've got a bit of a love-hate thing with this film, I've got to say. It is right up my street. Practical effects, check. 80s style, check. Semi to good bad acting, check. But I think it just went a little bit too far into the bad acting for me. It really detaches yourself from it. You know, you just kind of just like, why are they doing this? Why is that person just moved their face like that? Like, there's certain people just, I mean, the main guy, the geneticist, I should probably learn to say that right, but I ain't got it. Not too bad. He's pretty good. He carries it for sure. The rest of the assistants, now, that's where the trouble really lies. I mean, one of the guys is called Brad Baxter, I believe, and he's meant to be what I can assume is the comedic relief. But his faces are so animatic, and oh my God, I mean, towards the end of the film, I think the director might have just said, look, you're not being kooky enough. Can you just dial it up a bit? And he went, no problem. I must say, I do like the practical effects that are in this movie. You know, they are very of the era, and they shine, they sparkle, they're tangible. And they're pretty decent. The first time we actually see these sort of experiments, you know, there's a guy with like dodgy arms and stuff like that. There's people sort of got mutations, you know, they got things growing on them, or their skin's all turned to like mush, and it is quite interesting to see. Even the story itself is quite interesting, I think. You know, you don't really see anything like this before. Well, I personally haven't. There probably are movies out there that, if anyone would want to recommend me, because I quite like this fact that they're just sort of messing with humans and their genes. I like the fact that there's a few scenes where there's no There's no like build up, like you get with some horror films where you're just waiting for that jump scare. Why we don't want that? Like we want people to be just having a good time or doing something, and then bam, horror. That's how it should be, because that's fucking scary. Because that's truly scary. You're just chilling, having a beer with your friends, and next thing you know, you get your face bit off. Oh my god, I didn't see that coming. Where's that come from? I know I get it, tension and all that stuff, and tension's got its place. But I think films like this, it works when it's just like, bam, weren't expecting that, were you, motherfucker? There's a few weird characters in there. I guess there's a British doctor who he meets at his mother's funeral and says, oh, why don't you come on by, and we can have a look at some of the work she's been working on. Makes sense, right? He wakes up and she's just chilling in a lab, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I just let myself in. And he's like, no worries, that's totally fine. And he just like gets his missus to scoot off and make some breakfast. Like, what? Is that just normal? Is that the 80s for you? I don't know. It'd freak me out, but like, bitch, you need to get the fuck out of my house. I'm swearing a lot in this. I'm really sorry. I'll censor it. Oh, wow. And my God, you can't forget the people's names, because I think most of the dialogue is just saying other people's names. In fact, I'm just going to let the footage do its talking and just show you a little reel.
John. Christ's sake. Brad! Melissa.
John!
Sharon! Sharon! Heart! Brad! Anthony! Cindy! John!
Yeah. I mean, why write words when you can just say people's names over and over again? With the ending, it was good. I like the fact that we see this creature sort of, when it finally gets killed, it's just sort of dying and it's morphing and melting, and because it's kind of got the same genes as the original Genesis, he's sort of halfway through changed into him and then sort of mulls into a pile. Before that, though, he does get one of his tubes cut off, and it just ends up pissing goo everywhere. Really, all over the place. Just fucking goo all over the shop. Yeah, it's pretty wild. I don't know if they just had excess goo when they were making the production, and then they thought, just chuck it in. More goo the better, right? It's everywhere, literally just like dripping from the walls. It's a bit excessive, but I liked it. So all in all, it's a bit of a wild ride. It really is. Like I said, it was fun in some moments, but I think it's definitely not one that I'll be revisiting, unless maybe me and my friends want to have a little bit of a laugh and have a little bit of giggle. Because if you want to go down that street, if you don't want to take this film too seriously, which I kind of don't think it does, slap that baby on. Yeah, and that's it, guys. So, well, tell me what you think. Have you watched it? What did you think of it? If you did you like the practical effects? Did you like the fact that people kept screaming people's names over and over again? Can you say the word geneticist? Geneticist? If you can, or if you want to let us know, please comment, like, and share. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. And if you recommend a movie, I may just watch it and chat some shit about it. And as always, I'll bring you into a little bit of Ray Fandango's Food for Thought. So, this week, did a little bit deep diving. I wanted to see what thoughts were out there. And then I found a thought that is about thoughts. What about deaf people? What language do they think in? I mean, what is it? Do they have words in their heads? Do they know what sounds like? You know what I mean? Like, what does that sound like? Are they all just like walking around with Scottish accents? They could be Australian. Imagine that. Just a bunch of deaf people just like, bloody hell, mate. I can't hear a fucking thing. I don't know. Tell me what your thoughts are on that, because, yeah, I'm going to be... I don't know any deaf people. And that's not by choice. If I knew a deaf person, I'd hang out with them and I'd ask them this question. I guess if I knew sign language. Or they're very good at reading lips. Well, folks, I think that's all we've got time for today. Thank you again for coming to see me, and I really hope you join us next time. Who knows what I'll be putting on next? Could be old, it could be new. I don't know. I'll keep it a little secret. But yeah, anyway, guys, that'll be me. I'm going to be off skis now, and as always, stay weird. Yeah, Genestist. Genist. I don't know, mate. No, your mum doesn't have one of those.